Ashe family, and welcome to Crowned Real Talk 101. I am Royalty, and I am back with another video. I'm doing an oracle reading. I'm going to try to do these as much as possible. I don't know why it seemed like my table shrunk, but it seems like everything's congested. It's probably because since I'm dealing with the deck of Isis, the Isis Oracle, I wanted to have Isis present. I don't know if you guys can see her, but this is Isis here. Okay, this is my girl. This is the energy I'm working with right now. So I wanted to have her present here during this reading. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I do have dinner to cook. And my husband will be back from his martial arts class any moment now. So I have Isis here. Trying to make it to where I can balance everything and get it cracking. All right. So I'm going to do this really quick, as I said before. And I just hope that someone can get something out of this. This reading is not for anyone particular. It is basically just a reading that I'm going to do. Pull this up so I don't make sure this is together. Okay, so this reading that I'm doing is not for any particular person. As I said before in my last video, that sometimes you can do a random reading and a lot of people can feed off of it and get something out of it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now this card, is ironic that I pulled this card because I actually had a moment with this card just recently. I did a reading on myself, I believe, or my husband, and this card just fell out of the deck like it wanted me to see it. And so when I dove into what the meaning of this card was, it just meant so much to what was going on in my current situation and in my life. And this is called the proper burial for freedom. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and set this card right here so you can continue to look at it. And I like to look at the pictures as well to see what message, the pictures may give me, what I may get out of it just from looking at the picture. Okay? So, here we go. So, with this card, you need to see something through and let it go. So this is basically saying you need to see something through and let it go so that you are free from it. And this could be old things, past pains, past, relationships, no matter what it is. You need to see something through and let it go so that you are free from it. You may or may not be fully aware of what this thing is, but you may not be fully aware of what this is, but your energy field is somehow haunted by the past or drained by the attachments that are no longer necessary for your growth. This could be anything from a past relationship to dreams or visions that may have encouraged you in the past times but are not relevant for where you are going now. It might also be the spirit of a lost child or loved one, someone that has passed away or left your life, or the ghost of expectations unmet from past hopes and dreams. There is so much beauty and fullness waiting for you right now, beloved initiate. There is no need to further hold on to the past. Okay? Do not be scared. You are supported so utterly and completely in this deep healing release now. And all involved will benefit from the healing change in you. It is not abandoning what you have loved to give it full and proper burial. It's not abandoned. It doesn't mean you're abandoning things that you love. It could be a relationship, as I said before. It could be the loss of a child, which some of us experience in miscarriages, or, we've given birth to children and lost them. It doesn't mean you have to abandon what you have loved to give it a proper burial. It is, in fact, honoring and allowing what you are releasing to return to the pure love and light of the source, which is your God, whatever your higher power is. It is spiritual freedom for you and what you have released, which is the destiny to which all of life will eventually return. It takes great trust, but if you allow your higher power to help you, you will realize that in letting go, a new rebirth and growth is really possible. Now, you may experience grief, anger, fear, freedom, and a sense of relief, or a combination of all of these feelings as you move to let go and allow proper burial to take place. Do not be afraid of any of these feelings, okay? Do not be afraid of any of these feelings, for they will pass naturally when allowed to just flow. These feelings will actually fertilize new life and allow you to become more of who you are, okay? You're basically letting things go that don't serve you anymore. So a lot of us, we've been holding on to things, and this is basically just saying, in order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die. Though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen, your higher power guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be part of your life so that you may be free. So this is a very powerful card because for me, I had a lot of things that had happened in my past, and things that I held on to, as if it was just everything, it's like sometimes we get comfortable in our own pain. And this card jumped out at me. As I said, it fell out of the deck, and as I was cleaning up from an oracle reading, I found this one out outside the box. Okay, and so this is very important for anyone who may be going through something and need to basically dead it, get over it, grow. This is a card that's basically telling you it is okay to let go and it's okay to grow because you have a future ahead of you. You have a life ahead, and you don't want to waste it, grieving. I have a whole story I can tell you about grieving for far too long. Okay, and so now I'm going to get to the next card because I'm going to try to make this a quick video. This one is called the Pyramid of the Light. Okay. Pyramid of the Light. Let me see if you guys can see that. It looks kind of like the light is reflecting off of it to me, but I believe you guys probably could be able to see this. Step your vibrations, decipher into love. Okay, so this is this Pyramid of Light. And what this card, this oracle brings you confirmation that you are growing spiritually. And as such, there are higher levels of responsibility and skill required of you to continue to thrive and blossom to even deeper places of spiritual expansion. These new levels will feel feel joyful to you as they bring, I'm reading this book. These new levels will feel joyful to you as they bring you a greater personal mastery and freedom from fear. Sometimes when you are growing your light, darker energies become more interested in you. I'm sure we've all experienced that. Sometimes when you're growing your light and growing in your spirituality, darker energies will become more interested in you. And that came up in our last reading, how we had, the card of ascension, and then we had the key of life, but in the middle we had the brother of darkness, and that's just how the cards fell. We had two positive cards here, and then that middle one was darkness. Meaning that in the midst of our spiritual growth, there will become, we can, be address with a dark energy. Okay, and it's sometimes just to test us. But let me continue. So just keep note of that. Sometimes when you're growing your light, darker energies will become more interested in you. And this is nothing to be afraid of, because no energy can interfere with you without your permission. And if you have unconsciously given permission by your actions or your deeds in this or other lifetimes, you have the free will to withdraw that permission from a place of peace and love within you right now. The key is to handle any energy effectively, even that energy which you no longer wish to have connected to your energy field, is to have compassion and respect in your heart, combined with a firm boundary and an understanding of the principles of psychic protection. So just know that if energies that are not comfortable for you are coming at you during your spiritual growth, you go to the pyramid of light. Go to the pyramid of light, okay? And hibernate there, okay? You are the temple. You are the pyramid. You need to be that pyramid of light in the darkest situations. It is not for someone else to make us feel better. It's not for us to get caught up in someone else's negativity. We need to be our own beacon, our own pyramid of light, okay? And basically this card says, step your vibrations deeper into love. Step your vibrations deeper into love, and you will be able to dodge all that negative, okay? So we're going to leave this here, and it's beautiful how this talks about burial. Sometimes a lot of negative energy can come up when we're trying to bury our path, but we have to be that pyramid of light in the midst of this growth, this spiritual growth that we're going through. The pyramid of light says that you may have beings, actual people in your life who think they are helping you, but they are not, of unconditional love, okay? And therefore, they are better to be released from your energy field. These beings may or may not be in physical form, okay? They may or may not appear as very spiritual teachers, or helpers. Sometimes we got the wolf in sheep's clothing. We got the preacher who's molesting kids, things like that. So you have to always be conscious, because just like it said, they may or may not appear as very spiritual teachers or helpers. So this oracle indicates that there are also thoughts and feelings and other energies around you that are not helping you. So there are energies that are around you that you might become comfortable with, but they're not helping you. They're not helping you at all. And with easy and with let's just say you can clear all of that and feel that your path is clear and easy when you use love and light. Okay. So no matter what someone is doing around you, no matter what someone's intentions are, you have to be your own beacon of light. You have to be your own pyramid of light, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and lay this card down and get to the next one, because just like I said, this is like oh, here we go. We just had this card in our last reading. The Chariot of Ascension, which should be the goal of every man. As I said, this looks like the amethyst. The purple represents the crown chakra, meaning we're elevating to our highest self. And we just did a reading with this card the other day, which is, really cool and ironic that it shows up again the very next day in this reading. Okay, because just like I said, it should be the goal of every man to ascend to the highest level in our spirituality, okay? So we'll go ahead and just brief you guys on this really quick. This card basically represents, this vehicle is an energetic structure of sacred geometry that strengthens and protects you, allowing for your consciousness to travel instantaneously and freely between dimensions and realities without compromising your vibrations or damaging your energy bodies. The Oracle of the Chariot of Ascension is also confirmation that you are growing spiritually and becoming ready for greater tasks and spiritual responsibilities. So meaning if you have been considering taking a step to engage in some type of personal profession, teaching, healings, studying or practicing at a higher level, whether spiritually or professionally, you are encouraged to follow your heart and your destiny and be bold. Okay? So make it your goal to ascend in whatever it is you're doing, to ride that chariot as high as you can fly, okay? And we're going to get into the fourth card. I'm really speeding through this one. Yesterday it was almost 40 minutes. This is only 15 minutes long. Boy, getting good at this, huh? Okay, so this oracle is the Pillar of Light. Oh, that is so beautiful. So we got the Pyramid of Light and we got the Pillar of Light. Okay, I like that, because when you turn two cards in the same reading that, you know, kind of like reflect off of each other, you can bet there's a powerful message behind it. And we're going to find out what this powerful message is for this Pillar of Light card. Okay. Let's give you a nice look at that. Pillar of Light. And this card basically says, Descent of the Star of Isis. Okay. And this card basically is telling you, my beloved initiate, that you are called to allow more divine energy and light to emanate from your body, to help build your light body, so that the love and healing of the cosmic feminine energies of the stars, or your higher power, or the Star of Isis, can descend through you, offering healing light and assistance to humanity, and setting your own heart and soul on fire with divine love and passion. It is suggested that you first build and strengthen your own natural pillar of light, meaning, you know, get your own light going, okay, within, and before you start looking on the outside, okay, go within, and go within your energy body. First build and strengthen your natural pillar of light within your energy body. It's like building a broadband cable so that you can receive energy transmissions into your being more easily. Without such preparation, so it's basically like you need to prepare your own light before you start searching for the divine light from above. Make sure your light is ready, and that, because sometimes we can have a sour heart, a sour mind, a sour mouth, just everything just sour, and we're looking for something from the outside somehow to heal us. Okay, so get your own light right first inside, and it's like building a broadband cable so that you can receive energy transmission into your being more easily. Without such preparation, without preparing your own inner light, okay, it would be like trying to run a high voltage electricity through wires that were not equipped to handle it. You know, some fire may break out and damage can occur, and the practice would not be safe or sensible. So basically prepare your own light to be right and good within, and then you can connect to this higher light. The pillar of light is the energy tube of pure white light that connects the soul star chakra above your head, the soul star chakra above your head, and the earth star chakra beneath your feet. The star of Isis will descend from above your soul star chakra. So the star of Isis, or say your higher power, will descend from above your soul star chakra, pouring in grace, light, healing, power, until it eventually flows like a river into your earth star chakra, blessing the earth through your body. So basically it's like downloading, you know, you're downloading from, you know, your higher power, from your God, whether you're Muslim, Christian, whatever, you know, wherever you receive spiritual wealth, food, and abundance, wherever you get your spiritual food, basically you need to get your own light ready. And then when you're downloading this light from above, it will basically set you on fire. You know how you hear people say, I'm on fire for the Lord. It's because they have received, not only received, first they got their light ready within, and then they have downloaded and received the light from above. Okay, so that's very powerful, because it'll basically register from the top of your head, which is that crown chakra, to the bottom of your feet, which is a very beautiful thing, because we don't ever want to be half-assing in our in our spirituality. You know, we want to feel it from our head to our toes. so that it's inspiration not only for us, but for others. And it's recommended that you attempt this practice no more as far as, downloading and getting your spiritual energy ready. Attempt this practice no more than once per day for several minutes at a time, building up to however long feels right for you. As you grow, you will feel the light descending and the energy ascending more and more strongly into your physical body. At first, you may feel energy or you may not, and that's fine. The exercise will work, and your awareness of it at a conscious level will grow with practice. So basically, you imagine yourself filling with light. It could be the light of love, the light of compassion, the light of patience. Get yourself ready. And then when you're downloading that energy from above, you basically are connecting. It's like a perfectly wired system. And you will also find that, like a better internet connection, it would be a better internet connection, like when you're trying to you watch Netflix, or you're trying to watch Showtime. You basically want that perfect connection. And as you continue with the practice, your ability to be in conscious communication with your spiritual guidance, and to be able to channel and heal other spiritual. Wait a minute, let me see. I'm reading this here. You will also find that, like a better internet connection, as you continue with the practice, your ability to be in conscious communication with your spiritual guidance, to channel healing and other spiritual activities such as meditation, will be stronger, clearer, easier, and more powerful. Okay, so this is really deep. This is really good. I really like that, because just like I said, it basically is stating, get ready. Get ready for the abundance that is about to be showered on you. Sometimes we have to fix what is going on inside of us. Just like they said, you cannot enter heaven with baggage on your back. You know what I'm saying? With baggage from earth. You can't enter heaven, meaning you can't enter the spiritual realm if you're still harboring hatred, jealousy, envy, all these negative things. You need to get your light right within. And then when you're downloading that spiritual light from above, the connection is explosive. So you really have to, and you get a really clear picture. You have clarity, just like with the internet. When the internet is popping and everything's connected properly, you get this clear Blu-ray connection. Okay, so that's the same with us. We have to prepare within and then wait for that descending light from above. And it's such a powerful experience that I hope we all can experience at one point in time in our life. This is the last card. Stay true and be in your power. That's powerful. Stay true and be in your power. And as you see, you have the goddess. She has this crook in her hand. Now, I've never really studied on what that crook in her hand means. So I'm going to learn with you guys today. But that basically says stay true and be in your power. Okay. Sorry if I'm moving it around a lot, but I'm seeing the light different. Okay. So get in your light. Get in your light and stay in your power. So basically what this card means is that, let's see here. Trying to get a grip on this over here. All right. You are a sovereign, divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. Wow, that is powerful. Okay, you see that? What did it say? Clearly it says, stay true and be in your power. Okay, you are a sovereign, divine being. Okay, now the flail and the crook in her hand, which is often held by an ancient god of Egypt, there's a symbol of divine royalty and dominion. Oh, that is deep. This is a symbol of divine royalty and dominion. These symbols remind us that within we hold great dominion, spiritual authority, and freedom to be the sovereign ruler of our own selves. This does not mean that we have to control life or other people or even the environment around us, but it does give us complete and utter choice to become as spiritually awake, free, and self-determined as we wish to be, as well as providing us with complete choice as to what our values and actions will be in this lifetime. There is no permission required from anyone apart from yourself to be and live your truth, okay? There are many voices that will test you on the journey from illusory shackles of fear. And it is just an illusion. Shackles of fear, loss, or abandonment that may hold you back or tempt you into giving your power away to others. So get away from those illusions. Get away from those fear, which is false evidence appearing real. Get away from that. Okay? Because then you will give your power to other people. You shall awaken from the test into the realization of spiritual independence within. This is so powerful because basically what it's saying is you are in control of your own destiny. No one can change your destiny but you. No one can, blaze a trail or blaze your path but you. You can allow someone to interfere, but that would be your own demise, okay? Seeking to hand over any responsibility for your own well-being to another can be a tricky and ultimately self-destructive path. Even though it may seem to start off as a relief of stress about some concern or other, that's so true because sometimes we'll get relaxed thinking that, oh, this person got it, they got my back. No. That can start off as a good thing. It may seem to, relieve some stress from you, but it can turn out bad. We are responsible for our own destiny. And this card also guides you to take responsibility. It guides you to take responsibility for your health take responsibility for your health into your own hands. Don't look at doctors and don't look at the white coats and be asking them, hey, what's wrong with me? If you look at the word healthy, if you look at it, it is spelled heal thy. That's how you spell, if you want to know how to spell healthy, heal, the word heal, and thy. What do you think the third word would be? Self. Heal thyself. From within, from without. There is natural remedies on the earth for every disease ever known to man. So we need to take responsibility for what's going on inside of us. We cannot blame a doctor. We cannot blame the nurse. When we have a problem, we need to check within and fix it. Okay? Not to say don't go to your doctors if you feel something's wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is have more trust in you than you have for things outside of you. Okay? And, and it's just that they said the exact same thing. This card also guides you to take responsibility for your health into your own hand. Advice from health professionals and doctors can be helpful and sometimes can be mistaken. It is up to you to decide for yourself how you wish to work with your body. Don't be scared. Listen to the advice given by other professionals. But remember, your life is your spiritual gift. Don't be afraid to live it in your own way. Lord, give me strength. I'm just so excited. This is just like everything. I mean, it is like everything, and this crook, and now I know what this crook meant. We all learned something today. The spiritual crook that the gods and the goddesses carried in the ancient times in Egypt, that is a symbol of basically royalty and divine dominion. Like I see the power in this card. I see the power in this card, and that is perfect for the end of this reading. As I said before, you are a sovereign, divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. Okay, this is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. Okay? Walk around with your crook. Okay? Carry your crook in your hand daily. Okay? Divine royalty and dominion. Okay, so that was good. I really love that. And sometimes I like to go back and watch my videos just so that I can see exactly, what the reading meant for me. I hope someone was able to really get something out of this, because I definitely did. We're going to go through the cards one more time. If you're dealing with something painful from your past, it's time to give it the proper burial, okay? Give it the proper burial. Get rid of it. Learn to grow so that you can accept new life. Death means rebirth, okay? Death is not a negative thing. It's positive, okay? Even when we leave here from our physical bodies, we are rebirthed into a new reality, okay? So whether it's a loss, or whether you lost a child, whether you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, a loss of a job, bury it. Be able to get rid of, things that are not really serving us well in the present, okay? Be your own pyramid. Be your own beacon of light. Do not allow negative energies from around you control you. You have to be that light shining above all of it, okay? Our card from yesterday, Chariot of Ascension. It is the goal of every man to ascend to the highest level. The highest level. Reach that crown chakra. Ascend. Okay? Don't walk around like the average common Joe, with the average common thoughts. Be above it all. That's how you stay out of depression. That's how you stay out of, getting sucked into, just things. You need to be abundant when it comes to your spirituality. And that means reaching this crown chakra. That's the only way you're going to experience that abundance, okay? Be your own pyramid of light. I love it that these two cards showed up in the same reading. Be your own pillar of light. Honor your light, okay? Do not let anyone put out your light. You have to be your own pillar of light. Okay, and I love the way the cards fell, because we have the pyramid of light and the pillar of light. In the middle, we have the Chariot of Ascension. And this can only happen once you bury past things. You need to bury those things that no longer serve you. Step into your light. Be that pyramid of light. And ride that Chariot of Ascension. Rise above it all. Be that light. So this is very powerful. Someone needs to hear this. You need to not allow people to affect you and to change your energy and your vibrations. You need to be your own pillar of light. No one is responsible for your light but you. Okay, we're going to run into darker days sometimes, but we need to be that pillar of light, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through meditation, doing yoga, eating healthy, exercising. Be your pillar of light. Bring yourself happiness, okay? And then last but not least, stay true to you and your powers. Be in your power and stay true, okay? I love this. No one is more responsible for you than you. Okay, so take responsibility. Okay, and with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up and say thank you guys. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe. I'm really having fun doing these oracle readings, and I definitely want to do more. I'm still learning the cards, so please forgive me if sometimes it seems like I'm all over the place, because I am reading from my Isis Oracle book at times. I can kind of sum things up myself, so you can kind of tell when I'm reading versus when I'm, coming from my heart. And when I'm learning, once I get this book down packed, I'm going to, jump to another Oracle deck and, start, working with that, because each Oracle deck has something special for everyone. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Again, this is Crowned Real Talk 101. I am Royalty, and I will see you in a minute, family. Ashe.